cannot believe the tiles are on the wall. I honestly could not be happier with this. I really wanted this. So obviously the builder said about 2.5 weeks, and now we're entering week 4. And then the toilet is fitted. That's a bit of a shame. Quite annoying, a little bit upsetting. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and to bathroom renovation updates part 2. Oh my goodness, so today is August 15th. It's a Friday, so we're midway through August. The builders have been working on this for just over a week now, and the progress is phenomenal. I'm not going to waffle too much, but if you're new, hello, my name's Luke and we're currently renovating our Victorian house here in London, and we're tackling the main bathroom in our house, the only bathroom in our house, and it's just amazing. Let me show you. So we currently have no door, which is obviously brilliant because it means the builders can get in and out. They are storing some of their tools here, so this door has been closed into my bedroom, but today the plumber is working, so he needs as much space as he can get. This bathroom is very cozy, let's just say that. So obviously last week I showed you that the window had been knocked out and made bigger, and the light, like I say, it's 7:43 in the morning and the light that has come through is absolutely brilliant. I'm just so pleased with it. So he's actually rebuilt the entire window ledge as well. So he's built that out of stone, so to mimic the original one here. The reason he had to do that was because the stone window ledge was completely broken and crumbled, so he had to rebuild that entirely. Then we found out that the walls were out of plumb by 6mm, which basically means when you put a level on the wall, it'll be level at one point, but it won't be level at the other point. So they essentially had to replaster the entire walls to make sure that they were nice and level. And then we've had the electric works done. So the electrician cut out all of the sockets as I showed you last week. And I need to go to Screwfix today to pick up the new brass plated ones for the extractor light and for the light switches. Obviously it's fine to have the light switches inside if it's away from water supplies. There's going to be nothing here, there's no shower or anything, it's on the other side of the bathroom. They've built in the structure for the toilet. So this is a little niche that I'm going to talk about. I asked the builders. The builder is a brilliant carpenter, and I said I saw this thing online and it was in a hotel that I stayed at as well. There's little niches next to the loo for cleaning products and for loo roll. So loo roll can go down here, and then we can have some bleach and maybe some toilet spray there. And then this is going to all be clad in some tongue and groove paneling. So it's going to start here. I've bought it from Screwfix. It's literally going to go all the way around up until this point of the window, and then this is all going to be tiled, and we have the tiles here. So these are the tiles that are going to go on the walls. So there are white ones and green ones, and we're going to alternate the stripe between the two of them, but they're going to go all on the wall. And I'm going to move on to this because this is so exciting. So I think they're going to look absolutely brilliant. So happy with those. So this is our mixer. Now this is for the shower and the shower hose. So this is from a company called Victoria Plumb, and it's the Chatsworth range. So they've got the pipe work all fixed in. So these are our hot and cold pipes, and this is the waste pipe for the bathtub. And then, yeah, these are the pipes. So they're all concealed behind this. So he's cut out the hole here, which is for the shower head, the rainfall shower. And then we're going to have two niches cut out here. Let me see if I can move this board. I've got to really balance everything here. So there we are. That's all the pipe work concealed behind. And then we're going to have two shower niches either side of those noggins, which are like the strips that are going horizontal. And they're going to hold our products. And then we've got the bathtub bits going at the bottom for the taps for the hot and cold. Okay, so that last clip cut a bit short because the builders literally were just coming back up the stairs. So I obviously wanted to get out of their way so I can film more of an update when they leave at the end of today. But I have done a little flat layer for you guys to get an idea of everything kind of coming together in the schemes. So I've just placed the order this morning for the paint. Now we're going to go for this colour, which is Pampas by Court. I'm very excited to be working with them again. I love Court paints. The team there are fantastic, and they just honestly are so lovely to work with. All of the colours are now downstairs. Of Court, this lovely blue. This is Dodie, and then we have Yes Chef, which is this lovely gorgeous red, and then the pale creamy lilac-y greige is Pampas. No, not Pampas, sorry, Pablo. Pampas is what we've actually gone for in the bathroom, so it's very similar. But it's very difficult to show you in direct sunlight. Maybe in the shade might be easier. There we go. So again, really difficult to show you. Color theory is hard when it translates on camera, but It's a very similar colour to what we have downstairs, but it's a lovely creamy, slightly more warm white, and it's going to be all over the walls and the ceilings, and I've got it in a wipeable eggshell, so that's the colour that we're going for. And then I just pulled the tiles and the wall tiles out of the shed just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So I think when I spoke about the design online and I shared that video, a lot of you were concerned that it was going to look a bit too busy, and I have hope that it won't. But this is the light that I showed you last week. So the brass accents on the back plate and the turner knobs are very similar to the ones that I've just picked up. These are from Screwfix. So they're slightly different to the ones that we have downstairs because they weren't in stock anymore, but they're similar in the sense that they're antique brass with the toggle switch on and off. So really, really nice. And this is the extractor fan isolator. So again, on and off. These ones are slightly more substantial, I would say, but they were a lot more expensive. So for the bathroom, I've gone for something that is still lovely, but it was about half the price. So yeah, I think we've got the look essentially for less. And then this is the toilet seat that I just picked up. I didn't know toilet seats were so expensive, but here we are. So this is from Screwfix as well. It's the Croydex mahogany brown toilet seat, and it's great. We've just measured it upstairs. I know people think brown seats look a bit dated and white is more classic, but I love the contrast, and I think the brown will look really nice. Let me pull it out to show you guys. It's a bit like a warm brown, warm mahogany, sorry. But yeah, that is the colour. So against the porcelain white of the toilet, I think that'll look really, really nice. So that's the kind of scheme that we're working with, and all of the taps in the bathroom now work. So all of the water is connected, and we have a stop valve upstairs as well, which is really good. The builder's going to put an access panel up there, so if we ever have a leak or any issues, touch wood, we never do, but we can turn it off and isolate it in the bathroom, so we don't have to turn water off in the entire house, just the bathroom, which is good in the sense that if there are any problems, we'll still be able to have water. So yeah, the plumber's doing all of his fixing now, so I'm excited to show you the end of day. Okay, the builders and plumbers have left for the day, and it's 2:15, so that's pretty good going, and they put the door back in position, so I think it's going to be a bit dark in here, but let me show you what they've done. So the cistern is now in, and they've put the pipe in too, so we have a toilet that should hopefully be able to work. I think this is going to be the flush here, so that's going to be on this side, and then we obviously have the button to press on that, which is super exciting. The cistern did have to be set slightly over, which meant that the niche for this side of the wall unfortunately had to be removed, and it's going to be made a little bit smaller, so the storage is less, but it's still going to be plenty to be able to put bits and bobs in, so that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. It's only really going to be like that much, so still definitely valuable to have, otherwise it's just so much wasted space. And all of the pipes have been filled in, and this has now got to dry. And then they've said that on Monday, the tiling is going to be put on the wall, which is madness. I feel like that's when the rooms are really going to start to come to life. Crazy. And this is the MDF tongue and groove board that I got from Wix. So this is going to be going on the wall as well. Obviously it'll be primed and painted and cut down to size, but I'm going to be finishing it with this dado rail on top too. So I think it's going to have a really lovely like wall cladded effect in there. I think adding multi-textures to a room, so some wood, some tiles, some regular wall, just really adds interest and, you know, creates a cool looking space. So I'm really pleased with those pieces, and I'm going to be using those for bath panels as well, because a lot of people when they're designing the bathrooms just buy them all from the same place, and I know it's convenient to do that, but you can, if your joiner or builder is good, create some bespoke pieces too. So things like our cabinetry for the toilet to be boxed in, the bath panel made out of tongue and groove rather than what was available on Victoria Plumb, actually might work out cheaper depending on the labour cost. It's worth speaking to a builder and asking what they can do, because I really wanted that floor of the tongue and groove all around the bathroom, and I think it's gonna look really, really nice opposed to the kind of like plastic finish that was available on Victoria Plumb. So yeah, so far ending week 2 on a high. Then we do just have a random toilet here. That was installed, but obviously because of the system needing to come along slightly, the toilet had to be uninstalled, so it was in momentarily. Okay, so it is the start of week 4. Now, I think I might have missed about 5 days worth of update, and in that time, a lot of progress has been done, and I actually haven't been at the house because it's been very, very dusty and very disruptive. We've had the plumbers on the build and also the Tyler as well, and I cannot believe the tiles are on the wall. I am so happy with how they look. I just honestly, I cannot believe it's better than I imagined. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you the floor very much, but the walls, oh my goodness, are you ready? Revealing the tiles in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. I am so happy with them. As you can see, this is what the colour is going to be like. They've had the grout put on them, so they need to be cleaned properly, but I've just wiped a little bit of away so you can see like the darper, sorry, it's 6:45 in the morning. I have to film these updates before the builders arrive because they get here at 7:30, so whoops. So yeah, this is the colour of them, and I am so happy with it. I love the stripe. I love how it just, oh, I'm just obsessed. It's better than I imagined it in every sense. It just looks so, oh, I'm over the moon. So obviously here we have the thermostat panel for the hot, the cold, and then the mixer between the rainfall shower and the hose. And then this is the shower niche for products. So this is where we're gonna have like our shampoo, conditioner, body wash, that kind of thing. I really wanted this because I think having products on the side, it's just not, you know, it's not ideal. Like we do have a little bit of a ledge here, but I feel like they just get a bit like mucky, and I want to keep this completely clear. Obviously we've lost the ledge at the back of the bath because we had to move that to the front to allow for all of the pipe work. So yeah, I really wanted a shower niche. Ideally this would have been on this wall, but because where the piping is, it just wasn't feasible, because obviously we've got all of the access panel for the pipework at the back, so if they ever do need to access it, then they needed to be able to have full free accessibility. So the niche went into this wall, which was drilled out, same as this, so we had to fully drill it. Well, I say we, the builders had to fully drill out that to set the thermostat in, and same as this. So yeah, it's just brilliant, and it's obviously shower height as well, so when you're having your shower you can just reach up and grab your products. It does look quite high, but obviously when you're in the bath is slightly higher, so it's perfect. It's like shoulder height. The window still needs to go in, but obviously, you know, that is going to take, I think, maybe another week. And then they've put the cladding all along the walls. So this is waterproof MDF tongue and groove, which is just amazing. It adds such a nice, like, refined detail. They've allowed a gap for the dado rail that's in the hallway, so we're going to be adding that all the way along. And then if I lift this up, you'll be able to see the floor. There we go. Look at that again. It does need cleaning, but it's been grouted. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased with this. So yeah, that is the floor. Obviously once all of this has been lifted up, we'll get a better vision of it. And then this is the little niche for the toilet roll and the cleaning products. So they're going to add like a little, essentially like a cupboard door on that to hide it, which is going to be fab. And then there's got the shelf, and then obviously we've got the 2 lots of cabinetry here, so they'll be kind of like for all of our main storage. But yeah, the shelf, we can just maybe pop like some hand towels, a little reed diffuser, that kind of thing. So the progress has been brilliant. I'm so pleased. So obviously the builder said about 2.5 weeks, and now we're entering week 4, which is completely fine. Like, things do take longer, and it's just the way of a renovation. You run into unexpected things. You had to level the floor, of course. The tiling was difficult because the walls were unlevel. So it's just been a lot of setbacks, which is to be expected. We learned that from the kitchen. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this week we will get the bath, sink and toilet plumbed in, so we can say goodbye to the portaloo and kind of have a bathroom that we can use but still isn't finished, which is completely fine. So fingers crossed, that would be wonderful. Today is Tuesday. It's just been the bank holiday weekend, so hopefully by the end of this week, so we've got 4 days, the plumbers will be here and we'll have a functioning bathroom. Fingers crossed. Okay, I am actually lost for words right now. So the builders left yesterday really late. I mean, it was about 7:30, 8:15 by the time they wrapped up. They were just full steam ahead, and oh my goodness guys, I have a functioning shower and toilet. No sink, and I'm gonna come on to that, but I feel like you can get a real sense of the space now. Are we ready? Here we Oh my goodness. So this is the floor. So I am absolutely, utterly obsessed with this. It's the best decision. I just love it. I love it in its entirety. I wish I could put it in the hallway down there. I just absolutely love it. I think it looks so classy, so traditional. The size, the scale, I just love it. I absolutely love it. The tongue and groove is on the wall, and then the toilet is fitted. So we've got the toilet seat on there as well. It's a lovely mahogany, and then we have the flush, and it works. It's functional. We can use it. I've got a little cupboard here which is for the storage for the loo roll and for the cleaning products, so that's great. Obviously there is still work to be done. The pipe for the extractor fan has been put in, so that just needs to be mounted. The two glass cabinets need to be popped up together on this wall here, and then we need a plinth added to this part here too. But the absolute showstopper moment is this shower and bath area. I could not be happier with it. So I had a shower this morning and it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. So we've got the shower screen in, the head of the shower is there, and it's just fantastic. The niche has all been tiled beautifully. We've got the cradle in the wall for the shower hose, and then we've got the bath taps down there too. The plug has been installed, and then we have the thermostat here for the shower. So this one operates the rainfall shower at the top. There we are. And then this one operates the, sorry, I shouldn't have done that because now it's going to trickle. And then this one operates the shower hose there. And then we have the bath taps there, which you can turn on and off just by the wall. I honestly could not be happier with this. I am so pleased with the tiling. It looks amazing. I went for an off-white grout, and I just couldn't be happier with it. We used the same grout on the walls as we did the floor, and we're still waiting on the window. So I've gone for a traditional sash window in a classic white, and it's going to be top and bottom opening, but we haven't gone for privacy glass because I am having the lovely folks at Hillary's fit some bathroom shutters in here, which is so exciting. So yeah, we're gonna have privacy, but lots of light. And then obviously where those two cables are where the wall lights are gonna go. We have the mirror, which is actually here, which I've brought up to show you guys. So this is the mirror. Let me just rest it there. There we are. So it's a lovely black arched mirror. Hello. So that's obviously gonna be up on the wall, and then the sink is gonna go there. Now I've had a bit of drama with the sink. I was accidentally sent the wrong sink, so the dimensions were correct, but the taps that we went for were mixer taps, just because I think they're better in terms of being able to have hot and cold on at the same time and not having to put your hands into both. However, the sink I was sent had 2 holes in the basin when it only supposed to have 1. So I got in contact with our bathroom supplier, and they said because I'd passed the date of essentially returning the products, I wasn't able to return them. So that's a bit of a shame, quite annoying, a little bit upsetting, but I'm gonna just list the sink online, maybe on Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree. So if someone's renovating their bathroom and it's the correct dimensions and style, then they can get themselves a sink, and I'll sell it for half the price I bought it for. So I've ordered a new sink. It's hopefully arriving tomorrow. So the builders are done for work this week, which is completely fine. They're literally just waiting on the window. And then obviously once the window is in, then we can look at plastering and painting and just the final finishing touches, putting the door on, that kind of thing. But I'm just happy that we have a functioning shower and toilet, to be honest, and it's just joyous. It's absolutely joyous. I'm so happy. So I'm gonna end this update here, and then the next video you guys are going to see is going to be the finished bathroom, which hopefully won't be too far in the distant future. So thank you all so much for watching. I am so happy, and I'm just really excited to be sharing this journey with you. So lots of love to you all. Take care, and I'll catch you all very soon in another update video. Bye for now.